All right, everybody, welcome to day 3. Today, we're gonna have a great workout and we're gonna get to rest when it's over. So there's no built-in rest today. We're gonna work all the way through. And remember, if you're going through and you need to take a quick breather, grab a drink, feel free, this is your workout. I trust you to know your body. So I'll go through the demonstration first and then we'll get started with the workout. So you're gonna start with a side plank. You can, just like with the hip hikes, have your feet stacked on top of each other, or you can have them set side by side. You're gonna be on your elbow, making sure that our hips are pointed straight at the ceiling. Same with our shoulders. We want a straight line from our head all the way down to our toes and staying up. You can also be on your hand and press up like this, staying nice and tight in your core. We're gonna do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. Then we're gonna flip onto our back for V-ups. So you're gonna bring your arms and your feet together at the same time. Like that. Next up, you're gonna have a boat. So you're gonna come into a reclined position where you're gonna have a straight line from your head down to your hips. Bringing your feet off the floor if you can. To modify, you can leave your heels on the ground. After your boat, we're gonna have a penguin. So for here, you're gonna lean back, bend your knees, reach for one heel, reach for the other heel. So you're gonna use the side of your core to reach as far as you can to each foot. After the penguins, we have lift-offs. So you're gonna straighten your legs out. You can press through the floor with your hands to help assist you with this one. You're gonna bring your feet up and your low back off the ground. So feet up, low back off. Remember, when we rest, we try to rest with our feet off the ground on this one. That way our core is still doing a little bit while we catch our breath. After the lift-offs, we have flutter kicks. It's just like day 1. Feet just over the floor, flutter kick like we're swimming. And then last 30 seconds, we have crunches, just getting our upper back up off of the floor. All right. Now that we know the workout, let's go ahead and get started. So remember, we're starting with the side plank first. You can be on your hand or on your elbow. Ready, set, go. Remember, we want to keep our hip forward. Sometimes it's easy to let that hip drop behind. We want to make sure it's pulled forward. Stay tight in your core. You should feel this mostly on the bottom side that's closest to the ground. Remember to push through your elbow into the mat. And we're going to switch sides now. Remember, you can choose to stack your feet like I am, or if you want to modify, you can separate your feet, put one in front of the other. Either way, keep those hips square, keep your shoulders square, core engaged on the bottom. Remember to breathe. Next up, we're going to have V-ups. And switch to V-ups. So remember, hands are coming towards our feet. If you're not touching your toes, that's totally fine. Remember, for this one, if we're resting with our knees close to our chest and our feet off of the ground. And when you're ready, you just jump back in and get right back to it. We've got 20 seconds to go. Keep your breathing under control. And switch to boat. Just remember, keeping your heels up if you can. If you need to bonfire, you can set your heels down and leaning your torso back as far as you can. Another modification for this, if you needed to hold on to the back of your legs to help support you, to take a little bit of that pressure off your core, to take a rest, that's okay too. If you can, try to keep your hands free from your legs. We are about halfway through this. Next up, we're gonna have penguins. So remember, in these isolation holds, you wanna continue to breathe. Try to breathe in through your nose and slow and controlled exhales out. 15 more seconds. And drop down for penguin. Remember, knees are bent. I'm reaching for my heels, using the side of my core to bring me closer to each foot. We're over halfway. We've got about 20 seconds left of this movement. I don't know about you guys at home, but I am feeling it. 5 seconds left. We're switching to lift-offs next. And switch. So remember, you can press through the mat to get some support. Heels up and low back off the ground. Same with this one. If you're going to take a rest, bring those heels towards your butt, knees to your chest, resting with their feet off of the ground. And when you're ready, you just jump back in. We're halfway. "15 seconds to go. And switch to flutter kicks. So remember, you can have your hands under your butt, heels up off the floor. Try to push your low back into the mat behind you. This one's only 30 seconds. After this, we have crunches, and then it's over. And switch to the last 30 seconds of crunches. Hang in there, we're almost to the end. Remember, if you have your hands by your head, they're just there, lightly resting. We're not pulling on our neck. And time. You have now completed day 3. I'll see you back here for day 4 soon.